that doesn't matter because you won't really hear the difference on the phone. So usually the default settings will be more than enough. And here you just choose the output folder, or you can choose where you want the song to be output to come out. I'll just use desktop so you guys can see it. Okay, so convert, and it'll usually take less than 15 seconds to convert the song. Okay, 7 seconds. So here we go. Help.
Help! I need somebody.
Okay, so now that I've converted the song, I'll just go ahead and open oh, what happened? Okay, I'll go back to mass storage if it's not in mass storage mode yet. So notice the memory chip window will always be the first window that pops up. And if that doesn't happen for you, you can usually just go back to my computer and verify the size of the memory. The phone memory you will have, I think, 256 kilobytes, and the memory card will have 256 megabytes. So I'll go to my memory chip and I'll drag. Wait, let me see it. Show it so you guys can see it. And my song is right over here in the corner. I'll drag it. You guys can see it. I'll put it in my music, and it's copying it onto the chip. And there you see it. Help. And you can even play it from the phone itself.
Help! I need somebody. Help! No.
Okay, so that's basically it. As for videos, that's a little more complicated. I haven't actually figured out how to get that working yet. I know that the only accepted formats are .mp4 and MPEG4, and what I use to convert my videos is this program called Magic Video Converter, and it looks like this. And it'll convert to a lot of different formats. If you use Windows Media Encoder and you're tired of how slow the encoding is, you can use this one, and it'll usually be around half the time. But you don't get to have as much control over the resolution and quality and bitrate and everything. It's not as thorough as Windows Media Encoder, but I think it does just as well. And you can convert to many different formats: to AVI, MP4, 3GP, MPEG, MOV, WMV, RM, SWF, and others. And you can burn DVDs. And like the Power Amp video or the program, this actually costs money. And also, like the other program, I torrented it for an undisclosed price. So if you want to learn how to do that, torrent it for free, basically, you can go ahead and look into that. But I believe this program costs between $20 and $50. So that's it. If you want me to show you how that works, then just request it, and I'll get to it as soon as I can. You just watched how to put music and stuff onto your phone. The same idea works with images and stuff like that. You just drag and drop the song. Drag and drop the image into the images folder on the phone. And you have to remember, in order for the song to play in order for the phone to play the song, you have to put it in the My Music folder, and no other folder will work. And if you do put it in another folder, the only way that you'll be able to play it is if you go to Media Manager and look for the song yourself. So what I also wanted to do with this tutorial is to have basically an update. I've had this song for about, I think, 6 to 7 weeks now, and I know a lot of you are asking, oh, is this phone reliable? Is it durable? Does it turn off randomly? I've heard some excuses or some complaints. So I'll basically just go through everything, go through the basic things. So I know people are worrying that the touchscreen loses its sensitivity after a while, and to be honest, just have the menu, and that works just fine. I don't have any problems with that. The problems that I do have are the little icons down here. You have to press kind of hard to activate those. So say like the phone book, you have to press kind of hard for that to work. But other than that, I mean, it works just fine. FM radio is just the same. Please plug an earphone. Everything works just fine. Calling calling is just as effective as it was when I received this in the mail. It's not glitchy or anything. The only annoying thing that my complaint, I did figure out how to change the time, but you have to turn on the auto time adjust feature, and that pops up like every 5 minutes, so that's really annoying. But I mean, if you can bear through that, I think that's just fine. I guess I could just turn that off, but then the time usually just screws up, and then I have to reactivate the auto adjust feature. What I forgot to show you in the reviews is this cool feature here. When you open up your address book and you want to add a new contact, regardless to SIM or to phone, you can enter the name, and the cool thing is you can actually use your stylus to write the letters. So I just put in A, and A just went in. I'll put in a B. That's a B. C. So you can see it's actually pretty accurate. I'll try putting numbers too, and it accurately does go to 2. Maybe a 0. See if that recognizes an O. Okay, that went for an O. But if you meant to put something else, it'll have did you want this letter or do you want that letter? So that works like that. The camera works the same. I don't really actually use it, but I mean, it works just fine. At least it appears to work just fine. Yeah, I mean, value-wise, this is a really great phone. What you're really paying isn't much for a phone like this. I mean, if you went on Newegg and looked at phones for $80, I hardly expect them to be anywhere near as good as this phone. Like, I went on Newegg and I found this little Samsung thing, and it was basically like a credit card size phone, and for $80, I mean, all you get is basically a phone book and a phone, and that's all you get. And for those of you who aren't familiar with the size, I'll compare it to the TI-84 calculator, and I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with this. Looks like this, and this is the size comparison. So it's actually, the phone itself is pretty big, but I mean, it fits fine in my pockets. So no complaints there. And if there are any more questions, just ask me. Anything about durability. The back plate doesn't come off. Like, I know some phones, the back plate just wears out and it comes off real easy. This one just stays on perfect. Battery lasts like days. I can leave this phone charged for without charging it for 3 days, and it'll only be at 60% power. So any questions, just message and I'll be glad to answer it.